Hey guys, it's Willie from SuertePanda.com. Today I just want to make a quick video regarding how to grab some extra money from your stock and or option portfolio. I got this question over the Thanksgiving weekend, so I just figured I'd share it with everyone in general. So for let's start with your stocks. Let's just assume you don't have Wheel of Fortune set up on dividend achiever type of companies, and that's understandable. I think a lot of newer entrants into the stock market are probably newer, and they don't see the power of dividend and growing stocks yet. But I think they'll get there once they learn the lesson. Maybe they'll get burned on like some hot stock, and then eventually they'll see the value of like compounding in their portfolio. But let's just say you haven't found it yet. I think there's still a little bit of time within this bull market. Hopefully it doesn't get too overheated, but my guess is that we'll have some type of melt up, maybe either 2021 or 2022. I'm going with the assumption that we'll get most people in the world will have access to a vaccine of some sort, and I expect the real economy to really pick back up and then kind of match some of the crazy gains that we've seen in the stock market so far. So ideally, I want to see the stock market and the real economy start converging again and moving up in unison again. But that's just like my hopes. We could get some more craziness in the next year, so we'll just have to see. But let's just go with the positive assumption that your stock portfolio or options portfolio will still continue to do well. So let's just say that you don't have any dividend paying stocks, and which is okay. Try to go for the next best thing and try to see if there's listed options on the exchange or exchange traded options. And what you really want to do, you want to try to start selling really far out of the money covered calls that have a good amount of premium in it. So you want to wait until there's some type of implied volatility expansion, or some type of earnings announcement, or some type of like really crazy good announcement, like say for example, I know a lot of people like to play Tesla and the electric vehicles, so you could wait for like the next I guess like a battery day or like some special announcement. Maybe maybe there'll be like a Tesla SpaceX mega merger, or like some type of like double announcement, whatever, right? And then you can sell really juicy covered calls against your position. Now the bad thing is like there might be a chance that you can get called away, but this it's a good problem. I mean, you'll still make a profit, and then you'll sell when you sell a covered call, you have like at inflated values, and then you can just like start the Wheel of Fortune process all over again, which is to start selling out of the money puts, and then hopefully you get assigned, and then sell the covered call once you do get assigned. So this happened with me on Visa recently. So at first I was a little mad that I didn't capture like the full value. So like I sold the covered call a little too soon, but it's not a bad thing. Like I'll just sell cash secured puts again on Visa and start the cycle all over again. So there's nothing, sometimes it's a I guess some people call it a high class problem. You're making money, but you're not making like the maximum amount. But nobody calls like the tops exactly. So anyway, so the next thing that I want to mention regarding a options portfolio is that sometimes you can look at the weeklies. I know some people argue against the weeklies, and some people are really for weeklies. Like they just sell like the when as soon as the next batch of weekly options are available, they'll start selling like the 7 days. And generally don't like that. Usually I like to wait for like a big announcement or like an earnings announcement to use weekly options. So let's say like when the 7 day option is available, sometimes I don't like to sell any premium right away. I'll wait until maybe like a day or two. It really depends on how much volatility is available. If the volatility looks a little low in the options, like sometimes it's not worth selling. So it's a really like a look and see approach. And then but the next best thing you could do is usually for weekly options they'll sell it like maybe like 4 weeks in advance. So what you could do is let's say the 7 days is kind of skimpy. Well, you could look at the 14 day, and if that's still too skimpy, you can still look at the 21 or 28 days option. Sometimes I use it in conjunction with like my regular like tasty trade method, which is like they like to sell at 45 days wait, and then they wait around 20ish days or 24 days until like the 21 expiration cycle is down, and then they start and then they repeat the cycle again. But sometimes like certain stocks, like for example, like there's like this crazy stock, the Palantir, like there were a SPAC that came out recently. So I think they're some type of cybersecurity related firm that works with they get like government contracts, and they're really secretive, and on a certain Reddit sub, like I'm pretty sure you know which Reddits I'm talking about. They don't need any more marketing, but anyway, like people are really hyping up that stock, and I'm thinking, okay, I mean, it's to me I don't care either way. Like it's a lot of premium, so I don't mind taking a shot on like these crazy stocks, because then like after a while, like the hype kind of like subsides. I think the last stock that I've seen that had this kind of crazy hype, and I think it's starting up again, is the Virgin Galactic, the SPCE ticker symbol. And I still have some leftover positions because I think I got a little too eager. But anyway, sometimes like these stocks, like they kind of go in like these waves. Like sometimes like the hype will get like really ridiculous, and then you want to take advantage of it and just sell some premium, either the call side or the put side, depending if you're bullish or bearish, or maybe sometimes both. Sometimes I get a little greedy and I sell both. Like another example where now we want to start talking about like kind of like bad part about weekly options. If you decide to sell weekly options, like recently there was a stock called Arista Networks. I think they're like 5G related, and I got tagged on the upside. So unfortunately, like they blew away their earnings announcement recently, and I got caught, and I paid for it. Meaning I didn't sell enough premium to offset the rise in the call prices, and sometimes you have to take a loss sometimes, at least temporarily. So what I did was I just closed the position, and then now I'm just selling puts against it. I haven't really seen any meaningful resistance, so I'm a little hesitant to sell like a strangle just yet. Like I'm selling cash secure puts until I can get close to break even, and then maybe like if they head into resistance, I'll maybe consider doing a strangle again just to recoup my losses. And that goes like I guess like just like one last tip. Sometimes if you're using like weekly options, once in a while you gotta get burned. It's just like with any other type of trading. That's why I always advocate like having some type of like cash ready available to sell like the next round of options in case your original trade stuff happens right in the market, especially in 2020. There's so many crazy things going on. So you want to have some extra cash, so you can sell a cash secured put. Because like we're back into like a bull market again, and people are going nuts. And like as we head into like the final weeks of like 2020, I expect pretty easygoing market. Probably there's more risk to the upside than to the downside. I could be wrong. I mean, we could have like another, I guess like a nasty, I think similar to 2018, where all of a sudden like the market crashed, and you know, a lot of people got burned. But I'm expecting, you know, good things for like the foreseeable future, at least like stock market wise. My heart really goes out to you if because I know, you know, a lot of people just got unlucky, like they lost their job, you know, they've lost loved ones. So let me just I'll probably say a little prayer for you, but for the rest of the folks out there, you know, just hang in there. There's no need to really rush things, or like to like, you know, increase your risk artificially just because like you maybe feel like you missed a boat. In the market there are always opportunities. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can like and subscribe. And this is Willie from SuertePanda.com. So I'll see you next video. All right, let's get that money out there.